Some people's pride is always in the way.
Definitely.
This generation is very powerful. Very. So they don't do anything that they think is embarrassing.
At all. Even if it's for their health.
Any other reasons you think your peers might avoid getting tested?
Because if they have some, what they gonna do?
Right. Sorry.
Okay, I'm talking too much.
Can you repeat that?
I said they're scared they may have it.
Okay. So they don't want to know what their status is.
Yeah, it's like taking a pregnancy test. If you don't take one, you can't say that you're pregnant. Plausible deniability.
Okay. Sure. So we're considering offering students the ability to do some online HIV testing and counseling. So you'd be able to register for testing through a web portal. And then once you're registered, you'd receive either a mailed HIV testing kit or a gift card to purchase a kit from a pharmacy. So during your scheduled visit, you would join a virtual call, you would take the test and see your results, and then you'd be able to discuss your results with your counselor. Is this something that you think would interest you in terms of a different way of getting tested?
Yes, but I feel as if it should be. I know it's the focus group is focused on HIV/AIDS, but I feel like that's a good idea. But if it could be expanded to broader, like all the other STDs, because a lot of students aren't gonna be like, oh, let me just go get HIV tested, and then it's just that one thing. I feel like because HIV, there's still stigma around it, and so it's still scary to have it. So I feel like if they just get tested for that one thing, it's going to make them even more nervous because it's just that one thing instead of other things. If that makes sense. I don't know. It makes sense in my head.
I think it makes sense. Okay. Do you have any other concerns about this process? Well, let me ask another question. Do you think this is something that your peers would take advantage of if this was an option?
I really don't. I don't know.
Okay.
A couple.
It's very few.
It is the couple. I think there will be a couple, but I wouldn't have your hopes up.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like people wouldn't really take advantage of it. And that's probably why they don't push it, in schools and stuff like that, because they already know people are, like I said before, like have their pride and they don't want to even know if they have it or if they don't, even if they are having, sex with a whole bunch of people.
And also, I don't want you to think we're being negative or anything when it comes to our peers, but I'm a student leader at Albany State University. I'm in SGA, P3, all the other RSOs. I see the same 10 faces at every event, and most of them are also student leaders. So it's just like, I know.
They only come out to fun things. They don't come out to stuff that they just come out to like fun things.
I think if you combine it with Greeks, they'll be there.
Okay.
Because they love their Greeks.
With the Greeks, they will be there.
Are there any other incentives that might make your peers show up to an event?
Chas, you remember when we had the last mental health day, the little fun day at the park with the bounce houses and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all both remember that? I feel like that's something like when we have an event like that.
Okay, that was like activities and stuff that people can do instead of just not something that feels like a class, right?
Yeah, not like
or something during homecoming.
It has to be something on the yard.
Okay.
Yep. Or something like during homecoming.
And free food.
And free food.
Definitely free food.
That we definitely have everybody covered. Black folks.
Yeah. I remember in middle school they did like this little sex. This lady came like every other Thursday for like 6 months. And so she like talked about sex and everything. And we played this game with poker chips. 2 people had black poker chips and everybody would go around trading their poker chips. I'm not dumb. So I didn't trade my poker chip because if we're talking about sex and STDs and STIs, I know that we're trading poker chips means we have sex. So they basically said, The two people who have the chips now stand, like everybody's stand up who has the chips. They stood up, the two people, and then who traded chips with them, and then who traded chips with them, and like everything like that. And then they like talked about how like your trading chips is like basically a metaphorical thing about, you know, having sex, and how like you had sex with him and they had sex with all these people, so you have what they got, like that. It was like a game that they did when I was in middle school.
Okay, so I want to shift and talk a little bit about condom access. So I think we mentioned this before, because some people said that there are some places you can get condoms or not. So where have you been able to access, or where have you seen condoms on campus?
Usually they give them out to us when they have the event where they come into the classroom, and they'll give you like bags. It'd be like 10 condoms in the bag or whatnot. And just like Dekai, I think her name is, she said that they have them in the health department, which is in BCB building.
Do you feel like getting condoms is convenient or pretty accessible on campus?
No, it's not convenient, because like Chastity was saying, you have to go to the BCB. I feel like condoms should be in the dorms, because that's where it's happening.
Yeah. Okay. Because BCB closes at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the clinic closes at 5.
Go there for a certain time, then they're not accessible, not only where, but when people may need them.
Mm-hmm.
Where are some other places that so you or your peers get condoms if they can't, or when they can't get them on campus?
The store?
Or a friend?
Gas station. Friends, yeah.
They everywhere. One thing about it, they gonna have some condoms. Just not on campus.
Okay. What do you think maybe some barriers that students face when it comes to using condoms or getting condoms, besides the health center only being open until 5 o'clock?
Can you ask that one more time?
Sure. So what may be some other things, I'll ask in a different way. What may be some other things that may prevent your peers from using condoms besides not being able to get it because the clinic is closed?
Them just not wanting to use them.
They like the raw feeling, quote unquote, from some dudes that I know. It doesn't feel the same.
Do you think if there were more condoms accessible on campus that people would be more likely to use them? So if they were in the bathrooms or if they were in the dorms?
No.
Oh.
Oh, whoa, my bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Everybody doesn't have to agree. It's perfectly fine. So I've got a no. So
it depends on the person.
It depends on the person. Okay.
Because like I know some dudes that will only use a condom with not have sex with a girl like unprotected. Because they know somebody that burnt somebody, whatever the case may be. And then I know some dudes who just don't use it on anybody because they don't like the way it feels, or they're too quote unquote big, whatever that means. Because there's one for everybody. But hey, just excuses basically.
All right, so that was a no. And then, Dekai, you said yes. So what made you say yes?
I mean, if it's right there in the dorm, you know, like as soon as you walk in, like passing the RA and all that, I would only say yes because I feel like it is also a woman's duty to make sure that you're going to put that condom on before you even think about it, you know? So that's why I say yes. But I also agree with Autumn about them not wanting to use it and they too big or whatever. So it's like I'm in the middle.
Okay.
So maybe, you know.
Okay. So thinking about testing on campus again, is there testing that's been